This is my GTR and I hate it. This is my 1967 Chevelle. It is the oldest car and the first one that I bought out of the whole entire collection. It means a lot to me. I've had this one forever. I think this is the third motor I've been through. Every time I get a new motor, I break it in a little too hard and they start smoking really soon. So I should have just done fuel injected from the start, but we'll get there eventually. This is my Rolls-Royce Ghost. It was previously owned by Tristan Thompson. And this was during his Kardashian years. There's a funny article that shows him going from one baby's mama hospital to the other baby's mama's hospital in this car. I thought that was a fun fact that I learned after I got it. I threw some Boston 22-inch wheels on here. I'm huge on just nice, simple, clean wheels. Just like with the Chevelle we just looked at, I painted all the chrome trim black. And this one is the extended wheelbase, which is the more rare model, so it's got a huge back seat. Super huge back seats. This is my Lamborghini Aventador. This was actually the very first supercar that I bought. This kind of started the whole supercar infatuation, I guess. You're gonna start seeing that almost all my cars have aftermarket wheels on them. Again, because I own wheel and tire companies, it's kind of important, and I just love wheels and tires, really. Moving on from the Aventador, I bought this Ford GT a little over a year ago. I threw on some neat dark bronze niche wheels. You have to be careful when you shut these doors because it has this wonderful little top device that will take your head right off if you're any bit over 6 feet, so you gotta kind of duck or remember to do that. We're gonna go over my primary daily now. This is one of our 2 Tesla Model X's. This one is the one that my wife drives. I told her to pick any color wheel that she wants. We had these custom powder coated, and naturally she picked hot pink. My black Tesla Model X. So I drive this more than any other car, only first to the Bugatti, which I probably put the next most miles on my Bug. This is my wife's Land Rover Defender. She likes it because it's 7-passenger, I think. I keep telling her to sell it every day, but she just really likes it. This is my Rapid Blue Corvette C8 convertible. You might notice that it's not quite as super as the other cars, but I love it. I traded in my other orange McLaren for this McLaren because the other one was broke. I had to get another one because the other one just needed too much work. This is my Lamborghini Countach. This is a 1987 LP5000 fuel injected model. Flew all the way to the United Kingdom to go find this thing. I'm pretty picky when it comes to older cars. I need to make sure that they're very clean and they work well. So I got this and it needed a full engine rebuild. Great job, Steve. This is my Mercedes SLS AMG. It's actually black, but we vinyl wrapped it purple because we wanted to have all of the colors of the rainbow. Aftermarket wheels are on the way. I hate the way that it looks. We blacked out all the trim and it's still got some silver wheels on there, so that's gonna get fixed soon, I promise. So we've been over a bunch of different types of supercars, but we have not yet touched on Ferraris. Here is my yellow Ferrari 488 GTB. This is my GTR and I hate it. We don't know what to do with it. Everybody on TikTok kept telling me to buy JDM, so I bought this here R35, and again, I hate it. My Audi R8 here was a wrecked car that was rebuilt by our team up in Wisconsin, branded title. We put an Alpha A10 twin turbo kit. That sounds ridiculous. They did a fully custom exhaust. We do have a Vorsteiner wing and the El Gapo license plate. There's the custom exhaust that I talked to you about. It sounds beautiful. Natalia's put more miles on this thing than I have. It's just the company beater.
GT3 RS.
This is my McLaren Senna. This was previously owned by Deadmau5, and it typically doesn't have these pink accents on it, but we did this and my Bugatti in pink for the month of October for breast cancer awareness. So we'll be pulling it off in a couple weeks, but I think it looks pretty awesome. And Bailey, our videographer right there, that's his favorite color is pink. He's trying to con me into doing it a little bit long. Here's my McLaren P1. It is my most recent hypercar purchase. Everybody that has one of these says it's their favorite car in the collection. I would say it's like my 3rd favorite. I really like it. It sounds incredible. And last but not least, and the reason you're probably watching this video, the Bugatti Chiron. I absolutely love this vehicle. It is just super freaking powerful. 1500 horsepower, 16 cylinders. I always tell people it feels like a freight train with jet propelled engines behind me. When you hit the gas, this thing is faster than anything I've ever felt. The sheer just weight and torque behind you is absolutely incredible. They didn't do a video display or an LCD display in the center. They wanted to keep it really clean and timeless. So in 10 years, this thing should not look dated. And I think that was part of their goal. Super comfy interior. It is a pretty quiet car with the deepest rumble among all of the hypers and supercars. Speedometer goes to 300 miles an hour. That is, I don't think there's another car that I've got in the collection that has a 300-mile-an-hour speedometer. Beautiful, just super clean setup on the motor on the back. We did vinyl wrap it pink, so it's not typically pink. It typically has a really nice blue color, and I can't wait to turn it back blue, but we have it wrapped pink for breast cancer awareness this month. So I did miss a couple cars because they're either in the shop or inaccessible to me right now. I also happen to have 8 additional cars on order. I am super pumped about pretty much all of these cars. I have a Cadillac Escalade coming, the sport model with all blacked out trim. I have a Lamborghini Urus, in the Verde Mantis color. I have a Hercules Resvani Military Edition 6x6 arriving in like a week. The new Pagani C10, they have not made that public yet, but I have seen it. And I think they'll be making it public around March, and that is, I think that's #1 on the list. I have a Koenigsegg Jesko. I'm in the first 25% of allocations with that coming. I have a Koenigsegg Gemera, McLaren 765 LT, the Spider model, and we're doing that in the Papaya Spark.